Hello and welcome to this very special interview on Money Paathshaala. Joining me today is someone who actually needs no introduction. For more than 3 decades, he has been campaigning for investor education. Now, of course, he is the managing director of Kotak Mahindra Mutual Fund for a few years now, but he's worked across the industry, much admired, and someone who believes in the India story, who takes out a lot of his time to educate investors. At least I've seen that for almost 30 years of my association with him. Nilesh Shah. Thank you very much, Nilesh Bhai. It's always a pleasure talking to you. First question is not trying to give away our age, but if you see our generation, actually in many ways missed the Indian equity story. There were very few people who actually invested, and even those who did hardly stayed on for 25, 30 years and, saw the kind of, many schemes actually of the mutual fund industry have delivered even more than 20% during this period, compounded annual growth. But when I speak to people like you, most say that, yes, we got investors at different times, but nobody really stayed invested. And I remember we used to say that it's the foreigners, some Mr. Mark or Mary sitting abroad through their mutual funds who actually made the money. Now, why did that happen? There's no point discussing that. We all know why that happened. But today, if a 25-year-old is listening to you, and you keep writing a lot about the potential that India has, and as a result, the Indian markets have. And what would be your advice to a 25-year-old who is listening to you today for the next 25 years?
So, Vivek, thank you for having me over here. My advice to a young Indian will be keep faith on India growth story. What we saw over 30 years of our career from 90s till today, you are going to see much more in next 10, 20 and 30 years. While on a percentage term, our opportunity may look bigger, in terms of absolute size of money, the opportunity will be far bigger for you than us. We legitimately could face our children today and say that, look, when we were starting our journey of investment, Dalal Street was a wild west. There was no Vivek Bhai available to talk to people about investment. And there were so many uncertainties. And probably our children will forgive us saying that, okay, I can understand you struggled a lot. But when you have to face your children 25 years down the line, 30 years down the line, you will have none of our excuses. Today, there are tools available, there is knowledge available, and please believe in India growth story and be a long-term investor, be a regular investor, be a disciplined investor. Bas ye teen cheez kar le, I'm sure they will secure their financial freedom.